Where do I start from? Every episode, we're only on episode 6, we're about to be on episode 7. It's week 2, and every episode, I'm just like, that's gonna lead the show. That's gonna lead it. That's gonna lead it. But recency bias wins, and that's why we're gonna talk about Max's decision. What the heck was that? You see, he was like, I got blindsided by my own team, or by my own power. I mean, what was that? No one had any idea what that move was. I mean, classic. I didn't want Logan to be right, where she's like, oh, he's a head case, but like she is so spot on about that, because like this man is just, he does whatever he does. However, I'm not mad. Are you mad? I'm not upset. I mean, I wish Allie went home the week before. I thought my boy AJ was gonna pull something off there. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Allie's out of this house. Allie's out of this house. I wonder who Max should have sent home. Like, if he's trying to get, because he wanted Allie out. So like in reality, like, he's not that upset about this. But yeah, I think if he wanted to get Miles out, what he should have done was send AJ, and you could send Karn. You could send her home at that point. And then, yeah. But the second you send Laura home, you lose a number there. Whew, crazy. You had a chance to sway that vote. But yeah, so like that was the dumbest move of the season, and arguably just because like it was his motive. Like at the end of the day, it's not going to backfire that much. He wanted to get Allie out during the beginning of the game, but I mean, hilarious how that worked out. And Max and Miles' beef is interesting because Max is so confident, and Miles is not confrontational. Very clear he's not a confrontational guy. And to be honest, I think he'll prevail just based off what we see so far. Like Caitlyn couldn't even like side with Max because he had no idea what like that move was with his power. So yeah. I thought Allie was going to go home the episode before. I thought when AJ pulled that out and he was kind of like, I'm with the bomb squad, he was going to maybe even use the idol on himself and send Allie home. And to that whole episode, episode 5, I could not stand Allie. Holy cow. The way she went up to AJ to try to like make him feel better, but like she completely threw him under the bus. And then she goes to the other tribe. She tells them everything. Then she comes back. She just thinks she knew. She thinks she knows things. And, like, the edit clearly, like, the way she, is so crazy about the food situation. Like, she's clearly made out to be a villain. But, yeah, like, good riddance, Allie. My boy AJ. My boy the Bomb Squad. They're all still there. So, I can't believe it took this long. Can't believe, what are we in, like 5 minutes into this? Can't believe it took this long, but my boy Nash is gone. And now we had some heartbreakers last week, but this was really one of those where it's like, we're going to miss out on the rest of the season not having the worst game player in the world. He had an alliance and he lost it. He had an idol and he used it week 1, and he used it in the worst way possible. It's because he had somewhat of stuff handed to him, and like he did make it work, but he got ahead of him, and then he completely botched it. And that might not even be like, that's terrible gameplay, but what makes him the worst game player ever is that he literally could not even try to win a competition. He couldn't even, like, when he tried to say he threw the competition, that was hilarious, because like, Nash, buddy, we all saw you look stupid. That was great. But yeah, dude, Nash, he'll be a classic. We'll be telling our grandkids about him. Like, what the heck was he doing? And like, I just wanted him to stick around because you knew it was going to be exciting, but you knew no one else in that tribe was going to keep him around. And then his little, like, he had a whole little thing at the end there in Tribal, tried to get them all to put a vote on him, and the tribe stood tall. But what's interesting is it's not that far-fetched for that to happen. We have seen almost every single tribal council people talking, making decisions. I mean, this last 2 episodes ago, when they had to send somebody to the other tribe, like they're literally making decisions right there, and it's very clear. Like all the girls were together, and then all the guys were together. You know, now they send Rich. It's interesting. It's interesting because at first I thought it was bad for the boys, but it really wasn't. Because he's the one who made the divide. Now, it doesn't have to be a boys-girls alliance. And I think they both switched sides at the right time. And I think it really just comes down to, like, Max's side, Allie's side, Logan's side had the chance, but Max botched that. And then Kaylin, the deciding factor right there, joins up with Miles, AJ, Karin, and Zara. I think the girls made the right decision, but they also weren't a really good alliance at the time. So it's like they made the right decision for them, but like at the cost of them just not being an alliance the next week. Like, is that the right decision then? I guess I don't know. Nope. Spoiler alert: it's not, because Allie is gone. We have 2 idols in play. We have Paulie, who got that like the message from when they got the reward. I'm curious, like, what do you guys think of that? Like, people getting, like, so aware that that's where the rewards come from. Like, is that just being really good at the game? Knowing what's up? Do you think we should change that up? Do you think you should just cause panic? Because, like, both times you got people searching for stuff. And, like, Paulie had his thing. He found the idol. And then AJ found an idol as well. So those are 2 idols in play right now. Exciting idols in play. I think both of them are pretty good game players and are willing to make moves. But I also applaud them because there's so many times where it's like, should we just throw the idol out there to, you know, like, to get our way this week? And I respect them so much for, you know, not doing that and holding back. Nash. I'm curious what... Like, I wonder if the edit, like, did it look that bad in the show? Like, how they explained Rich was acting? I guess, how do you act, like, not crazy about it? But, yeah, that was interesting. I was like, I didn't think it was that bad. I think you gotta go, like, yo, Max, here's the reward, you know? I don't know, but, yeah, they were clowning Rich. And I'm glad Rich got his say in that reward challenge, because, like, my man was going down. I'm not even a Rich fan like that, but, like, dude, at some point, he's got to catch it. He's got to get a W. He's got to get a W. I wanted to talk about this. One. Absolutely gonna go down in the legendary reward competition comps of all time. And this isn't the first time we've seen this challenge out here, but it is just so good. You know, all they want to do is shower and brush their teeth and, you know, just be clean. You're living out in the wild. Like, what do you mean? And so they get the reward of going to the saloon. They say saloon. I'm assuming that's just like a nice little spa, or is that like a showering place, like a bath? I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna go with spa or a saloon. We'll just go with saloon. We all know what we're talking about here. And yeah, so bro, saloon. Yo, tell me what a saloon is. Like the exact American definition. I'll look it up. We don't have to do all this. Okay, they go to the saloon, but first they gotta dive in mud. Like, this is so funny. Like, they are going crazy for this right now. Like, they want this more than food. Yeah, like, the way they were, like, picking it up, so gross. And, yeah, I mean, then at the end, you saw it on Logan's face. She was a little upset. Dude, hilarious. Logan's crying. Paulie says, should we give it to the girl who's crying, like, to join our team? I don't even know why Laura said what she said, like, the reasoning behind it. I don't even remember that. But they brought Allie instead, and Logan is literally crying there. And I'm not laughing at her crying. I'm laughing at the situation that, like, it was just, it's gold. It's the reason we watched this show. Absolute gold. And then, yeah, that's also then leads to Allie telling them everything and the downfall of Allie, because then she comes back, thinks she's all baller and everything, and it's like, bro, like, you made friends at what cost? Well, I gotta hear how she says it again, so my bad for butchering this. Karen? Dude, the Ursula Karen, battle, when they had the, like, this thing, like, the foam things, like, electric. I mean, also, not electric, like, many times where I'm sure they were just, like, laying there, but, like, 20 minutes draw, pretty good. I mean, I think we all can give a congrats to Karn, because, like, we saw Ursula doing that. I think it was like, oh, snap. It wasn't like, oh, no, I don't think Karn can hang, but it was like, oh, snap, Karn can hang, you know? And then, yeah, bro, I guess the last thing I wanted to end off on, which is, like, not a fun way to end off, but, like, dude, Paulie reading that letter, like, I don't get emotional with stuff, but, like, why am I sitting there getting emotional? Every single person talking, like, I'm just getting, like, this season, I'm feeling something this season, guys. I'm feeling something this season. Good stuff. I think next is, you know, when we do reach the merge, I think you got to watch out for AJ and Paulie. I'm excited to see what they got going on. I'm excited to see where Noonan, you know, goes with that as well. The Rich Max, yeah, I guess the Rich Max duo, do they link up, and then how far do they go? It'll be interesting, because I definitely think the Brawn tribe is just so clearly more together than the Brain tribe. So if they do have a merge, I just hope that the Brawn tribe does not want to stick together too much. But yeah, I'm excited for where this goes. I thought Rich handled himself pretty well, and it's so interesting how, like, the tribe, like, if Rich was there and he was only there for a week and he was playing it so smart and telling them he was there forever, and Noonan said something like, oh, like, he's definitely going to be here forever, you know, I would have been like, oh my gosh, you're so stupid. And the fact that she just thought the other way around was actually, I got to give her credit, because I would have made fun of her, honestly, and, like, for Noonan to play that type of game, to be aware of something like that, was really good, and I think that she's gonna be a tough one. That kind of wraps it up. I want to talk more, but, like, to be honest, like, these are kind of long, and I gotta make a video every week, you know. But yeah, maybe I'll do some power rankings as we get lower, you know. Maybe once merge starts, I'll do some power rankings there. But as of now, I think right now at the top, you got to give it to Paulie. Him and Noonan are, you know, a strong duo in this game. I think you got to give it to the Miles, AJ, Kaylin, Zara, Karen, you know, group. But then you also could give it to the Bomb Squad, who now has the upper hand over in the Brains tribe. But I don't think that Miles is going to team up with Max. That would be really stupid. It's exciting stuff. I think if I had to say right now, because I didn't say it at the last video, so if I had to say right now who I think wins this game, Noonan.